Hello everybody, my name is Kim. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, so glad to have you. If you are a subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you to everyone for taking the time to click on my video. All right, so it's been a few weeks. I'm so sorry, I've been MIA since I've been out in the garden. A little bit of neglect going on. It's a little evident, but I've just been super busy in my personal life, and a lot has calmed down, and hopefully I'm back and ready to go. We are starting with this gorgeous Vanda hybrid. This is a Mimi Palmer hybrid, and I will put the name on the screen. And it is just beautiful. Very happy with this purchase. This was purchased during the winter, and it's absolutely beautiful. And the smell, I don't even know how to describe it. It is so beautiful. Kind of cotton candy, just sweetness. It smells so good. And I really like that pink. To me, that's kind of hot pink or fuchsia. A lot of people call it purple. Which is absolutely gorgeous. Just like a fuchsia version of a Mimi Palmer. Absolutely beautiful. All right, moving on. We have another one. Focus, thank you. In bloom. This is Vanda Golden Doubloon with the full flower spike open. This one kind of smells like, you know, those little sugar candies that are wrapped up in like a little column, like I think they're called Smarties. This one kind of smells like Smarties candies. There's another one. All right, moving right along. We've got a lot of root growth on all of the Vandas. They're really kicking it into high gear. And we have, I'm hoping you can see that. The light is coming from behind it, so I'm not sure. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get it down. Focus. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. This is one of my Florida natives. This is Encyclia tampensis. It's one of those Florida natives in bloom. There's another Encyclia still going strong. I think I showed that one to you previously. And whoop, hope I didn't make you dizzy there. Look at this one. This is another Mimi Palmer hybrid. I fell in love with this one because to me it looked a lot like a Mimi Palmer, and it smells that grapey, just beautiful fragrance. It smells a lot like a Mimi Palmer, but it's so little. Look at the size of these little flowers. Isn't that cute? I really love this one. I don't have a Mimi Palmer, but I've been getting a lot of Mimi Palmer hybrids. Maybe I kind of think that's my thing. Here is another Encyclia hybrid that opened. This one's doing something kind of funny. This one, focus. Focus for me, camera, please. No, not going to. There we go. Oh, as soon as I turn the flower, it loses focus. Isn't that strange? There we go. It doesn't have a lip. It lost its lip, but guess what? This one found it. This one has 3 lips. It found that one and an extra somewhere. Not sure what's going on there. Little update. I'm so sorry. This camera just keeps losing focus today. There we go. Update on our Katlia forbesii. Oh, what a pain. There we go. Lots of good root growth. Look at that one curving around the bottom. That one is starting to attach nicely. All right, now this one. Take a look at Dendrobium Samurai. The blooms that I've shown you previously are just starting. The last ones are starting to fall off, but in their place, we have 1, 2, 3, back there, 4, 5, right? Where is it? There, 5. And back there by the other mount, 6. And I think I probably missed a couple. I think I counted 8 the last time I was out here. So, wow, this one really liked getting that full sun. And I am not suggesting, so listen to me carefully, I am not suggesting that you go put all of your orchids out in full sun. But what I am saying is do your research. Look up the orchids and see where their natural habitat is, and if they're used to really, really bright light, slowly give them a chance to try it out, because this plant has been in full sun for hours every single day, and I really think that's what's making the difference, because I was getting 1 spike, 2 spikes. This time around, this plant has like 7 or 8 spikes. So it's not burning. You can see that the leaves are really light. That's an indicator that it's getting a lot of sun. They're very light, like lime green, but it's not burning. There are no burn marks on this plant, and look at all of the spikes. That one has really done well getting that sun. Right. Lots of root growth, lots of new growths happening all over the place. Look at the roots on that one. Looking good. Okay, we've got some new flowers back here to show you. Take a look at this one. Now this one is, let me try to pronounce it. It is the Sidon Venetia Mitrata, and this one is the yellow version. So see the yellow in that flower? There's a alba, a white one, and a pink. This one is the yellow. A lot of yellow in the sepals and petals. And we have a grammatophyllum. You're probably going to see grammatophyllums in just about everybody's garden right now. It is that time. That top petal is kind of curving down. It hasn't quite fully opened, or maybe it's not going to. Maybe I just got a dud. It's not going to open up fully, but the patterning is beautiful. This one got attacked by snails. And there are whole chunks taken out of some of those buds. But that's what happens when you're in a pesticide-free garden, because of my pollinator garden out there. We've got a nice bud coming in there. This one is Katlia hippodamia. It's a Brassivola Katlia hybrid, which I guess Brassivolas are Katlias. Over here, just a lot more growth. This one is fading, and I am going to put a video out on that one. I've got a nice picture of when it was still in bloom. Got some recent mounts. Look at that. I love it when those roots just find their wherever they want to go, and they just squeeze in every little nook and cranny. Got a new growth just starting down in there. The Schillerianas are still really little, but they're making progress. This is just a typical Schilleriana, a nice new growth there. And this is that red one that I got from the Brazilian grower that I was really excited about. Got some roots going down in there, and we've got a new growth starting. All right. I think that is all for the shade house for new blooms. We have some blooms over in the Lattice house. Lots of new growth in here. Just about everything is growing. Oh, so I've been weeding. There's my pile of weeds. Almost done with this back section. And I guess I'm a bad landscaper, because a lot of times I think the weeds are beautiful. I kind of like this one. I don't know if I want to pull it up, because I think it's so pretty as a ground cover. And that purple one back there is, I think it's really beautiful too. I didn't give it permission to grow there. And that's what weeds are, right? I saw a quote and I wish I could give credit. If you know who said this and you can give credit to them, please do so down in the chat box. But you know, I saw a quote that says weeds are just plants that are growing where you didn't give them permission to, right? It doesn't mean they're a bad plant. And I think these plants are beautiful. I'm having a hard time pulling them up, but I did not give them permission to grow here. I did it without asking. So that's where we're at. I pulled up a lot of the other ones, but I haven't had the heart to pull up those yet because I think they're pretty. So yeah, that's where we are. All right, so I wonder if I can get a better view of the encyclic. No, there's still light behind it. It's a little crab spider. And no focus. Are we gonna focus? Yes. No, we're not. Hopefully you can see that. With the lighting, I can't tell if you can see. All right. This little guy, my leafless orchid, has a nice little leaf growing. I don't know if you knew that they could do that, but yes, they do grow leaves. And we've got some nice new roots in there. I really don't enjoy these plastic mounts, so because it's got lots of nice new roots in there, this is probably a good time for me to try to address that. So many plants in my collection are just way past when I should have repotted or remounted or whatever, because I've just been so busy and I didn't get to them. So I don't know. I'll have to decide if I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just do it because it needs to be done, or if I'm going to wait a full another cycle. So that's where we are with that. All right, so we're going to, look at that nice new root, that one. We're gonna head on into the Lattice house for a quick update. All right, everybody, here we are in the Lattice house. And I wanted to first update you on some of the plants that I got at the Cruel Smith Orchid Festival. They were in bud when I brought them home, and now they are in bloom. Take a look at this little one that opened. That bud was just starting to open in my last video. The Ho Chi Minh, Paphiopedilum Ho Chi Minh, is opening, and this one had a double bud. Look at that. That's not typical for that plant. Some of them can do that, and they're not sequential. This one just had a double bud. The where are we? Here it is. The bloom. Let me get around there. The bud is developing on this plant right here, and I'll put those names up in the not in the description, but on the screen. Another look at Ho Chi Minh, Paphiopedilum Ho Chi Minh. We'll talk about that one later. All right, and this one was in bud the last time. Focus, there we go. This one was in bud. I was very excited about this one, and it is just gorgeous. I'll put the name of this one up on the screen as well. Yeah, so there's the updates on that order. And here, there's a lot going on, but mostly it is just growth. A lot of the plants that were in bloom in here have faded, and they are now starting to grow. So there's that Dendrobium Hawaii Spectacular. It has decided to stop blooming, but it's got a nice little growth right down there in the pot that is starting. And that's where we are with a lot of the plants in here. Lots of new growth. New growth. All of the little Katlia seedlings are growing. All up and down seedling row. I do want to point out this hibiki. We're going to take a look at it in another video, but look at that. This plant has been in bloom, I'm not even kidding you, about a year, and it has more buds coming. I don't even know what to think about this. I hope it does. Like, I don't want the plant to suffer because it's putting all of its energy into blooms for a full year. I mean, the plant seems to be doing okay. It actually has a new growth back there. So it is trying to bloom and grow at the same time. That's a little rock star. This Paphiopedilum, the blooms are starting. Paphiopedilum, what? This Phalaenopsis is still blooming, but those blooms are starting to curl in. That's the first sign. Those petals and sepals start to curl in, that they're about ready to go. I was hoping we would see that air plant bloom at the same time, but I don't think so. The timing was close though. Maybe as these plants mature, they'll get in sync. All right. Flower spike on this plant is in full bloom now. Looking good. I did want to show you, I got a lot of new additions from SVO, and I didn't show them to you when they first arrived because I didn't have pictures of them. You know, a lot of times SVO will just pick pictures of the parents, and I haven't confirmed with SVO that I have permission to show those pictures anyway. So I didn't show them to you because there really wasn't much to show, right? But this little plant, I have a picture that I'm going to put up of the bloom. This one bloomed shortly after it arrived. So look at that tiny little plant. Sunset Valley Orchids put out a lot of mini cats this time around, and it is true. Look at how tiny this plant is, and it is blooming size because it just bloomed for me. And like I said, I'll put the picture of that flower up for you. So if you're running out of room or you like the little ones, check out SVO. They've got a lot of really cool little mini cats available for sale, and they truly are minis because look at how tiny that one was, and it bloomed. All right, so this was a quick update. Don't have a lot more going on in here other than growth. Like I said, we are growing everywhere. We've got new growths on these dendrobiums down here, new growth on just about every single Katlia. Love springtime with lots of growth.